Bashers, it is 5 o'clock on Thursday, March 6th. Hey, Bashers, how are you? How is everybody on this very icky, boring Thursday in New York City? I don't know. How is it where you are? More importantly, how's your weather? How's your mood? How are you feeling? Do you have a beautiful cat or a beautiful wristwatch to keep you busy? And this home of spring, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I swear to God, it's coming pretty close. Who was first in the room 2 days in a row? It's the incomparable Panel Power. Amazing job. Look at this. Amazing. Not only is he one, he's two. He says, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. But please pass the gauntlet to another basher. Look how you bashers operate. I love that. The guys that get in there most are happy to send it on out to the next guy in the thing. And look who the next guy is. The other benevolent basher as well, Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. And then there's dear Andrew and Panel Power again. Let's give Andrew a big bang boom for that $10 Canadian. Thank you so much. I know you're under a lot of pressure. The tariffs have been lifted, so for the time being, thank you so very much. We're going to start out with the Super Chat Gong as we do every day. Andrew freaking Wolkowicz. That's our boy. Now let's see. Panel Power says the 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. No 9000 computer ever made a mistake or distorted information. Affirmative, Dave, I read you. What are you guys talking about? Did I miss that? What does that mean? Dean's here. He says Panel Power, too much power, a message overload. P.S. So I had a little thing I had to deal with, but I was able to get rid of it pretty quick. Well, not rid of it, but attended to quickly. I had to run into the city really quick, but I was able to get back for regular bash time, regular bash channel. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to go a lot longer, but as it turns out, it's going to happen. It's something that I have to deal with next week. But thanks to everybody hanging in, and I appreciate that. And Dean, I hope you're here because I know you said you have to get your beauty sleep, and we want to keep you as beautiful as possible. That's for sure. And Scotty H is in the room, number 5. Or 6 or 7. I think you are 5. You are 1, 2, 3, 4. You are 5th indeed. And Kevin Landon is here too. Upvoted number 7 today. I'll be watching the live bashers. Best wishes to Dirk and all the bashers. And to you too, our beloved Kevin. Thank you so much. Who is number 1? You are number 6. I'm not a number. I am a free man. Of course, we all love that. 2 things before I get into the beautiful Julian's adages of the day and things to make us think a little bit. Last night, I had a wonderful dinner with James M., Basher Supreme, Patreon, amazing guy, such a super duper wonderful guy who has been so kind to this channel and he's such a nice guy. And hey, 8-inch wrist, Panerai. He was wearing his Rolex last night, but he had the Panerai with him, and I got to try it on. I took a picture of it. It's a 44 millimeter, and guess what? It fit me. I mean, it was big, but it looked cool. Let me go see where it is. So just so you know, I didn't say where I was last night, but I'll tell you now. We went to the TWA Hotel, a place that I absolutely love. It's beautiful, and as promised, I took a shot of the Vulcane clock. But first of all, look at me. Look at me wearing Panerai. You know what? Not too shabby. It was the 10-day in a beautiful blue sunburst dial, man. Absolutely incredible dial. This thing, I put it on and I was like, wow, this looks really good. Those are Brussels sprouts, by the way. You can see the tulip chairs from Eero Saarinen. The TWA terminal is the Eero Saarinen design. Luckily now it was saved, landmarked, and is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hotel with a great restaurant. We had some wine, some incredible wine, and some even better conversation. What a terrifically wonderful guy he is. Beautifully dressed, I might add. Watch Fashion Police. This guy was put together like there's no tomorrow. What an elegant, handsome man. And James M., thank you so much for a wonderful night. What a dinner. What a pleasure it was to get to know you a little bit. I hope we have many more. You were fantastic, and I look forward to it. And it took me 2.5 hours to get home last night. I was like, no, I'm a street rat. I'll be cool. Don't worry. But he's like, oh, you should I'll get you an Uber. I was like, no, 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 absolutely not. Uh, little did I know it took like an hour for the air train to get me back to the Long Island Railroad. Got the railroad right away, but then I decided to take it into Manhattan because I was like, I'm only one stop away from Manhattan, so that should be easy instead of me taking the subway train, 8-10 stops. And then there was some kind of fire on the tracks or smoke everywhere. I took a lot of pictures of it. It was creepy, man. It looked like Jack the Ripper, but it was a fine penance to pay for a wonderful night with a great new friend. And I'm so glad to know you. Thanks so much for a wonderful time. Now let me go pull up this volcano clock. This is the clock from last night. I told everybody I would get it, and I did. This hangs right in the middle of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful terminal. There it is. Sits right in the middle. There's a like sky bridge that goes from the Lisbon Lounge and the Paris Cafe over to the museum. If you want to look at all the different historical TWA uniforms and programs and menus and stuff, very, very cool. And that clock's been there since 1960. And it is a beautiful clock. And we've had a lot of Vulcan on the show. A lot of people showing off the Vulcan, and it's great. Vulcan. I'm sure it is. But isn't that cool? And that was fully and lovingly restored. Beautiful, beautiful clock. I just said I would show you that, and I took a picture of it. And it was funny. We didn't really roam around the thing. He did it before I got there. I said, oh, I'll take you on a tour. I know everything about this place. And he said, no, he had plenty of time, I guess. And he took a look and he walked around. What a great guy. Thank you so much again. Amazing. Renaissance starts out the show, and he says, the best way to treat obstacles is to use them as a stepping stones. Laugh at them, tread on them, and let them lead you to something better. Oh, yeah, well, I hit that a little bit today. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Yeah. So, yeah, if something gets in your way, learn from it, use it, and move on. And I think that's really great, Julian. Thank you for that. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Oh, isn't that sweet? Well, they always say that's true. When people always have a grimace on, you say beautiful on the inside and the outside for people who are lovely. And then when you see that, you see cold, austere people, they might have physical beauty, but they don't have beauty that comes from within. And listen, we're all capable of, get off my lawn, or we're all capable of, an outburst. It happens, it's just, you're human. It can't happen. But for the most part, you know what I'm going to say, he also says, if a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on the face. And when that person has ugly thoughts every day, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier, and you can hardly bear to look at them. Yeah, I can think of 2 people in my world that fit that description perfectly. And no rational thinking, no tete-a-tete, no argument, no come to Jesus moment will ever work with people like that. And there's not much you can do other than offer your help and support. And if they don't want to take it and run with it, then that's their fault, not yours, ever. It's never your fault. Do you know what the breakfast cereal is made of? Do you know what breakfast cereal is made of? It's made up of all those little curly wooden shavings you find in pencil sharp. Is that true about breakfast cereal? I'm not a cereal guy. I'm a coffee guy. In the morning, I don't really eat. I just have coffee. When I did eat cereal as an American, I would eat, corn flakes. God knows what's in that. Is it not just corn? Fruit Loops. Captain Crunch was my favorite, and that's just a ridiculous sugary cereal. But I also love this thing called Quisp, which was Captain Crunch, but like a flying saucer. And they had this guy named Quisp. I actually have a couple of boxes on my shelf that I bought at some auction house just to have them. They're in plastic, and there's probably, mealworms in there. But gross, yeah. I don't know about breakfast cereal, not my thing. Like shredded wheat, is it filled with pencil shavings? Is it wood? I know that vanillin, which is a common ingredient in chocolate bars, like crappy chocolate bars, some cereals, oatmeals, is made from ester of wood rosin. That I do know. And it's edible, but ew, yuck. People are weird. When we find someone with weirdness that is compatible with ours, we team up and we call it love. Isn't that great, though? Don't conform for the sake of pleasing others. Mold yourself into the person that you want to be. Yeah, you should be. Never be who other people think you should be. Unless, of course, you're a sociopath. Then you need to figure it out. Dean says, who has the most messages, Panel Power or Renaissance? The winner is Panel Power. Dirk will send you a homemade scone. It's in the post. Did I say scone? I make a pretty good scone, though. I'm a great soda bread maker, and I'm pretty good at blandish Irish and English pastry. I'm pretty good at those. They don't require much. A good scone, right? Do you like it with anything in your scones? You like them? I like them with raisins. My sister Pat hates them. I like them with currants. I don't mind them. Blueberries are lovely. Sure. You like that. You're the one that likes the chocolate with the strawberries, right? Strawberries. That's hilarious. You guys are too much. Ray says, okay, woof woof, chase these feckin' wheels. I don't know if I think I did I think I once did a thumbnail with a racing thing. I just was in the mood. I thought it was fun. I was watching a little bit of racing this morning. I thought it looked really, really cool. Glenn Parker's in the room. Happy Friday Eve to one and all. Happy Friday Eve to you, our good friend Glenn Parker. And then we got Ken F. looking great in his wetsuit. Blimey, I'm miles off the mark. Nice one, PP. This constant failure to hit number one crushes my soul to dust. On a lighter note, hello, everyone. And Dirk, of course, AR artist par excellence. Thanks. Yeah, that one was easy to do. Because last night, I don't know what's happening. At 1 o'clock in the morning, the AI says, unable to produce images. Try back in 8 minutes. So try back in 8 minutes. And it says, try back in 16 minutes. But in the morning, it seems to work okay. I think you get to choose Panel Power. I think you get to choose. Dave is always in there. Andrew is Andrew. And then we got Dean. Do you want Dean to get it? He's got it a million times. Scotty H. Okay. Lord H. Kevin Landon. Julian. And we have the other two would be Glenn Parker and Ken F. So your choice. You let me know who gets the song of the day. And I'll be happy to send that right after the show because it's done. It's ready to go. And I'm happy to do it. Remember to upvote because why the hell not? It's right down there if you can. And if you want to send me something, listen. Thursday's kind of the light show. We just kind of wing it and come up with whatever we want. I don't have anything prepared. So basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. And I will be happy to feature your cat, your car, your whatever you want. Just you want to share with this gang. It could be anything, a project that you're working on. I can even share, like I'm sharing everybody's art. And that's a beautiful thing because we love to spread art throughout the world. Don't we all? Want to see everybody's artistic endeavors? You can even share music if it's not copywritten. I won't get in trouble for it. But if it's copywritten, I will get in trouble for it. But just saying. So please do that if you can. And let me take that off there. I'll send that up later so you guys know exactly how to go to hold of me, and that'll be just fine. So yeah, I hope everybody got the message that I came back. Franco Fiore, please upvote. Again, thank you so much. Franco Fiore always asks everybody to upvote. It's like you wouldn't believe the difference it makes to just hit that little thumbs up button. It really does. Thank you so much for that. And always mentioning it. Crufts is on. Never seen so many beautiful bitches. What is Crufts? I don't know what this means. I'm assuming this is a dog show because you're saying bitches. What is this? The kennel. No, I don't know what that means. What does Crufts mean, baby? Handsome Joe LaFaro's in the room. He says, hello, Bashers. Hello to you, Handsome Joe LaFaro. Great to see you, as always. Did you send your beautiful wrist in? I got some good shots last night. I got my wrist shot, but, I like to keep my all my friends from the Bashers that aren't on screen all the time. The funny thing is, like, I had no idea what Jim M looked like, but I kind of had a feeling when I saw him. Beautifully attired. And it was him. And I was very happy that it was him. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. Great to see you. Yeah, Steve Max says, evening, my Basher buds. And Sharon's here. And she says hi to everybody. And it's always beautiful to see you, lovely, in the house. Oh, Hal 9000. Oh, okay. That's what you guys are talking about. Well, no. Don't stop, Dave. No, still. I thought you were going to sing this song, Dirk, The Sound of Silence. I think that I hated that cover version of that. What was that band that did a cover version? It was so auto-tuned. I could hear all the pitch correction on it. Everybody went bananas for it. I didn't love that. But, different strokes for different folks. What is my favorite Simon & Garfunkel song? I think it's Bridge Over Troubled Water. I do love their Scarborough Fair. I especially love the version they did when they debuted it on the Andy Williams show, and he took the tenor part, and it was incredible. One of my favorite singers of all time. Sharon is spreading the love. Thank you, love. Right back at you. It's great to have, we were talking, I was on with, they call him Scotty Love. We were talking about my demographic earlier, and, the age group, where you're from. So here's a great experiment. If you could, guys, all just say, and we've done this before, but it's cool because I pretty much know what my demographic is. We have almost 40. We have 40 people in the room. If you could just say a message of where you are, what city in the world you are right now, because it turns out it's 50-50 between, 40 America, 40 the Great Britain, and then Ireland, and we've got several people from Norway. Congratulations, skål! And a couple of different places, Australia, Greece, of course. We have Vasilios from all over the place, Scotland, great places in Europe, and Australia and New Zealand. I know there's one guy from South Africa too. If you could just tell us where you're from, it'd be really, really, really cool. Appreciate it. Valve 789 says, so let's all have lobotomies. I feel like I've had one already, Valve. I think I've had one. These days, with people seeing things and hearing things and then saying the polar opposite is true, I think we've all had lobotomy. The world's had a lobotomy. Kyle Pena is in the room. Happy day of the dude, everybody. Is today the day of the dude? Yo, dude. It's not a word I've ever used. Have I ever said dude? What's up, dude? I don't think so. Not very cool. Not very. Do you have the Quisp helmet? But hold on. This is for Joe. I'm going to do this for Joe. Hold on a second. Because I think, oh, look who it is. Look who's in the room. James M. JFK to SFO already. Oh, weather is beautiful today. Dinner at the TWA building was both great. Have a good weekend. Oh, thank you, James, so much. And that's the watch I got to try on last night. What a terrific fella. Amazing, James M. You're incredible. And I'm going to give you the giant one because not only that, but dinner last night and all that stuff. So you get the mega super chat because you're that good. And I'm going to grab the box of Quisp, okay? Oh, it's blue. You can't see it. This is for all the American numbnuts. You can't really see it, right? But there it is. I thought you would enjoy this because I've got two of them. They're in plastic wrap. So it's kind of like an aquamarine, and I have a blue screen. But it came with a little thing on the back, like a comic strip. And it says Best Buy 12/31/2020. So they remade it for a while. I got it sealed in plastic, but you can basically see the outline. This was a crunchy corn cereal with lots of sugar. Let's see how much sugar is in this. This is probably the one you were talking about, right? I have it on my shelf because I just think it's cool. It's a blue box. You can't tell right now because it's blue screen, but I thought you would enjoy it. It's Quisp. This was my favorite when I was a kid. Quisp and Quake. Yeah, but that's how it goes. I thought Joe LaFaro, you remember Quisp? Kevin Landon remembers Quisp. That's great. Yeah, they have it. They started making it again via mail order. I think it's from Quaker Oats. They started making it, but it was by mail only. So I got it, and I just thought it was fun. And I didn't eat it. I just wanted it. I didn't want to eat it. I just wanted to have it. That was a massive explosion, and then Dirk disappeared. Yeah, I just had to run in the kitchen because I have it up on a shelf. Joe LaVar, that was for you, because I know you probably had a couple of bowls of Quisp when you were a kid, as did Kevin Landon. The furthest edge of Europe. Yes, we know that. We know where you are. There was an electric helmet you could get if you sent in enough box tops. You had one? Shit, I didn't know about that. An electric helmet with enough proofs of purchase. Vancouver, Canada. It's our Hitesh. Andy M says, lobotomy, is that good with Coke and ice or just straight up? Yeah, right. Scotty H says, Dirk, you should look up Kratu at Crufts. Hilarious. I'll look it up right now. Kratu at Crufts. Kratu at Crufts. I don't know what any of this means. Hilarious dog rescue dog. Kratu steals the show. Okay. He's a Romanian rescue dog that became a viral star at the annual Crufts show. Oh, it's a Birmingham, England dog show. Okay. He's a Carpathian. I will look that up. Okay. So now I know I figured it was a dog show, but now I know exactly what it was. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you for sending that in and keeping me hip to what's going on there. It's important because I don't know anything at this point in the game. Ken F says, remember to upvote and why the hell not? Thank you so much. Where am I? Let me get back to where I was. Melly C is in the room. Hey, darling. Hey, great to see you. Panel Power is giving it to Ken F. So you are the official guy getting the Basher of the Day song, Ken F, and you deserve it. Dog show. Thank you so much, Andy M. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. Let's give you your banner that you deserve every single time because you preach it, man, and it is only good things. And listen to our friend Andy M. and just try to do only good things. Listen, we're only human. We all have a slender thread and we all have our boundaries. But, for the most part, let's try to do only good things and let's try to practice what we preach. And that's why I say, thank you, Bashers. Very important for us all to remember. Melly C, of course, is in the UK. Daniel Gutierrez is in southern Florida. Glenn Parker, Disturbed, yeah. I know everybody went gaga for that thing. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It was like real deep. But I heard all the auto-tune on it, and that just made me bananas. Andy M's favorite song is The Boxer. Now, as proven with my Emmett show, when Emmett was here, somebody asked for The Boxer, and I didn't know it. I've heard of it. Honestly, Emmett sang it. I had no idea how The Boxer went. I had no idea how it went. And then when I heard it, I was like, I kind of know this. But I really didn't. I know that's one of their biggest hits ever. Like if I looked up, let me see. Simon Garfunkel greatest hits. I know it's one of them, right? Why do I not know that song though? So here, let's take a look at this. It's a fun thing to do on a Thursday. Here's their greatest hits. So Mrs. Robinson is number 1. Number 2 is For Emily. I know that. The Boxer is 3. See? The 59th Street Bridge song, The Sound of Silence, is 5. I Am a Rock, I Am an Island. I know Scarborough Fair. I know Homeward Bound. I don't know Kathy's song. I know America. Bookends, I don't know. Cecilia, we all know. We're Breaking Your Heart. I just didn't know the Boxer song. I've heard of it, but never knew it. I know it's a big hit. Nobody remembers everything. Andy M is in Somerset. And Steve Mack is Elgin, northeast of Scotland. There's talk that Paul Simon will tour again. Well, listen, like McCartney, I am of the thinking that as long as both Pauls, or whatever your name is, you're one of the elder spokespeople of the music industry, and you feel like you still have something to give. We all know McCartney's voice isn't what it used to be, but he's been doing it for 6+ decades. Paul Simon as well. It's not like he doesn't have to hit crazy stuff. And I don't know what Art Garfunkel sounds like. So is there talk about them touring or just Paul? I think Paul should do whatever he wants. And I know it'd be a sellout because everybody wants to see him. Juby Coffee. Joe LaFaro, Mike. Gateshead, Northeast, United Kingdom. Glenn Parker. Great to see you in the room and now know exactly where you are when I look it up on the map. That's for sure. Yeah. Is the thumbnail for the opening of F1 or just a cool thumbnail? Well, inspired by, but it's not F1, obviously, because those are kind of like NASCAR things in there. It couldn't, every time I asked it to do, I did ask for an F1 car. It just kept giving me that. It's just I wasn't in the mood to fight it. Top dog number 1 is in the room. Hello, Bashers, and hello to you, buddy. Great to see you in the room. How are you? Great shot, man. And Joe LaFaro says it had a spinning propeller. So yeah, like on the box there, he's got that propeller on the top. You can see the propeller, but I guess there was like a special hat you could wear to make this thing happen. But funny, right? Because I mean, what would happen if I opened up that box? I have 2 of them. I mean, technically, I could open it. I don't think I want to. It is sealed though. Rufus is here. Hey, Rufus. Good evening, Dirk and fellow Bashers. Great to see you in the room, Rufus. How are you? And Kevin Landon's from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, not far from where I am, my friend. And Daniel Gutierrez wants to know if I've ever tried La Colombe coffee. I have, but I've never had the hot version. I've actually bought those cans, those blue cans of the iced variety if I'm out on the go. And if it's a summer day, because I love a great iced coffee too. Shakarato, if I can get one. But I like it. Yeah, those are fun. They're expensive though. They're like $5, I think, or something. But yeah, I've never had their hot variety ever, but I've had the ice stuff a couple times, and it's really, really great. Vasilios P says, good evening, friends. Good evening to you from Greece. I was talking to my guitar player from Hitman, Jimmy, and, we're talking about our future European, expat kind of, living arrangements that we are all dreaming of retiring, and not exactly retiring, but moving to Europe. And he's thinking about Crete. And, we had the honor to play in Athens a couple of years back. And I went to Hydra. I've talked about that too many times on the show. But he has been told that Crete is a wonderful place for people to go and decide to spend the rest of their days. I've never been to Crete, but I've seen lots of pictures and people talk about it. I would love to go. What is your opinion on living in Crete, dear Vasilio, since you are Greek? Let us know. I love listening to the Greek language. I think it's beautiful. So, and it's certainly beautiful in song as well. Dirk, are you a Tom Petty fan? Who isn't a Tom Petty fan? I always felt like Tom Petty. Now, I remember when, I don't remember the first album so much, but I remember when Damn the Torpedoes came out. And my cousin Douglas, we went over to his house, my Aunt Bridie and my Uncle Jim's house for Thanksgiving. And I had gotten a couple of records from my sister. I think I got Molly Hatchet, The Police, and I'm trying to remember, and The Knack. I really liked all of them. And he said, oh, no, screw that. You got to listen to Damn the Torpedoes. And he put it on. And, oh, man, think about all the songs that are on. Listen, he's not one of those polarizing artists. I think everybody just loves Tom for his unique voice, incredible songwriting, that band. I mean, Mike Campbell, Ben Monten, some of the greatest players in the world. Stan Lynch. I do like those Stan Lynch records. I think they're pretty great. They had a falling out, him and his drummer. I don't know what happened with him, but they did. Obviously, Tom had been using drugs. That's what ultimately caused his premature exit from this planet. I never would have believed it because of the company he kept. Elder statespeople like Bob Dylan and Jeff Lynne and Roy Orbison. Everybody wanted to get together with Tom Petty because it was a musical. He was an extremely musical guy, and everyone had tremendous respect for his Americana as well. I have lots of favorite songs from them. I know this is maybe not a popular one, but Last Dance with Mary Jane, I think, is my absolute favorite. I love the pace of that. I love how it's a storyteller song. She grew up in Indiana town. I just think he was such an amazing storyteller. And there aren't a lot of those guys left, those troubadours. There aren't, the Jimmy Webbs of the world and, those great old songs that Jimmy Webb wrote for Glenn Campbell. And then you had Neil Diamond, who was just one of those incredible guys who could paint a story with lyrics. I don't really know if lyrics, and we've talked about this on the show a couple of times, where lyrics are going. It's all like, I'm sad about me. You're not looking at me. You're my ex-boyfriend. I'm going to get revenge. It's kind of just kid driven in such a way that I'm sure there's some poetry. I think Lana Del Rey is poetry most of the time. But Tom Petty, yeah, is there anybody who dislikes Tom Petty? I don't think so. Even his crazy voice, it's so unique. Who the hell sounds like that? Nobody. You know, Daniel Gutierrez says, I just bought their blend bleu. Very good. Yeah, it's expensive. So I got the Le Colombe. Is that how you say it? Le Colombe? Or Le Colombe. Le Colombe. Is that the ice version of it? It was delicious. I drink coffee black. As you guys all know, I don't put sugar or milk or anything. Every once in a while I'll have a macchiato, but I like my coffee black. So yeah, and I love their packaging too. Quite beautiful, right? Champs Crete is beautiful. Is that a town in Crete? Is it? How do you say it? It looks like chains to me, but is it chains or chance? How do you say that? Crete is beautiful. I'd love to see Crete one of these days, and I will. Recently, Kevin Landon says, I enabled a coworker to try Kerrygold in the 8-ounce brick version. Is there any other version that anybody would buy of Kerrygold? I don't like the sticks. I'm not saying that it tastes different, but it looks different. I like the brick of Kerrygold in the foil. The foil's different now. I liked it better when it had the chemicals that murdered us. Kerrygold butter was taken off the shelves in the United States about last summer. You couldn't find it at all, which was horrible for people like me. Anyway, long story short, it came back and it's got a totally different kind of vibe. It had this beautiful waxy coating in it, which is gone. I don't know, but Kerrygold is the best butter. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Irish, but I'm saying it because I'm Irish. so there. Vasilio says there's a 5-year university, a 5-year university. How interesting. I am in love with Crete. Oh, Jimmy, if you're watching the show today, would you pop in from time to time? I should have Jimmy on the show and we could just have a chit chat about the old days. And, when I joined that band, I was young. I was 19. We were talking about how we've known each other for 41 years. Wow. When I met them, Jimmy was the principal songwriter and continued to be. And then I was able to weasel my way in there after much research and development and songs that got thrown. First song I ever wrote for Hitman was called Slaves of Sleep, and my bass player, Michael, who's no longer with us, we love you, Michael. He's like, what the fuck does this mean? And it was like a fantasy kind of lyric, and I thought it would be really cool because it was hard rock and heavy metal, and he just didn't like it. It took forever for me to get in there and hone my skills. I was young. But then again, you look at the Beatles, man, and they finished up their career by the time they were 25, all of them. Somebody was breaking down the other night. I said that there's a producer. He was judging the Beatles on their performances and how good they were. And it was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. And I'm like, yeah, and they're all 21. They're 20, 21, 22 when they made Sgt. Pepper's. You want to blow your brains out to think that 22-year-olds wrote and performed Sgt. Pepper. What the hell's wrong with us? My God, how did that happen? Luke M. Tech. Hey, Luke M. Tech, $10. Love your storytelling, Dirk Rock. Oh, man, thank you so much, Luke M. Tech. I'm not the best raconteur in the world, but, the Irishness helps out a lot. 10 US dollars. Thank you so much. Super Chat Gong, too. Thank you, Luke, very, very much. It was very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Keeps the lights on here at the iBashers Network. Robbinsbird, hey, great to see you back today. I miss Tom. We all do. Got a picture of his star on the Walk of Fame the year he died. I like Prince was a shocker. I didn't know Prince because my friend Todd, who's not with us either, and he had demons, my friend. He was a tour manager and roadie for many years. His first band he ever worked with was my band. Then he went on to Dream Theater and Garbage. He worked for Prince, Janet Jackson, Kiss, everybody. And, the life on the road got to him. But he worked for Prince, and he told me what a teetotaler he was. And, there were some funny stories where here's it in a nutshell. So my friend Todd, T-Boy, as he was affectionately known to everybody. And I believe that our good friend Emmett O'Malley worked with him because he knew him, because he worked with Enrique Iglesias. I don't know if he was ever on that tour, but he might have been on the road at the same time. Those guys all know each other. It's very incestuous. But he was working for Prince for a couple of months, and he had never met Prince, but he would get like, Prince says he'd like this, blah, 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 or Prince says he'd like this, this, this. Hey, Todd, tonight, Prince says he wants this, and he just got fed up with it. And then it turns out his favorite band, Garbage, the band he loved working with, because he loves Shirley, he loves those guys, and she's his favorite singer, and he has a relationship with them. They were like, oh, too bad you're on the road with Prince. We're going out on the road. We'd love to have you back. And he quit. He quit Prince, and he went and joined the Garbage thing. And he got a phone call. Hi, can I speak to Todd, please? This is Todd. Who's this? It's Prince. He hangs up on him. And it happened like 3 times because he didn't think Prince would ever call him. But Prince is like, yo, T-boy, bro. I know things are weird and like you had to go through like 5 different people, but you got to understand the way I operate. I'm in this bubble and it's weird. And, he gave him this whole explanation. He says, I really appreciate you calling me. And I really appreciate, you reaching out and explaining things. But he says, I couldn't get anything done. He says, every single time you would ask me to do something, I would do it. And then I'd get changes through 5 different people because I'm out on the road with Garbage right now, but you be well. So he turned Prince down. So like Tom Petty, I never would have thought. I thought, sure, that guy probably smokes weed and likes some wine. I just couldn't believe that. But apparently he was injured. And like a lot of people who fall prey to prescription drugs, I know they said there was heroin in his body, but however, that could mean a lot of different things. It could have been that horrible fentanyl stuff that people are dying for over left and right. And it is a thing, I'm not going to get into the whole politics of borders and fentanyl, but fentanyl is as really kind of, the war on drugs, the war on fentanyl, because that stuff's so addictive. People just can't get enough of it. And I know he had a lot of injuries. Listen, when you're out on the road, when you're a guy like you're a warrior like Tom Petty, that guy was on the road straight since the 70s, and he never stopped. And everybody wanted to work with him because he was such a great writer and all those things, But thank you, Robbinsbird. Vasilios P. I would come over there just to hang out with you. Well, listen, I have always said this. Once I get the ball rolling with the Italian thing, it's going to be Casa Bashers. That we're looking to get a place that's big enough to house people to come over and hang out for a while, a couple of days or a week or whatever. And I'm looking forward to even the people I've never met. Just don't be weird. And I'm sure you're not. Vasilios P says, your best friend lives on Crete. I'd love to go. Absolutely. Melly C says you can get it in the 2. That I don't like, Melly C. I don't like the tub. You know why I don't like the tub? Because you could see that it was liquefied and then they squeezed it in there because it's like, it doesn't have that butter texture. It's got more like the liquefied butter texture. I get that from my neighbor Rose. It's more spreadable. Butter in a tub gives me the creeps. Just always did, Top Dog says, LOL, what? They took it off the shelf. The shelf. Amazing. Joel Farr says, Michelangelo carved David. Yeah, exactly. Look, I saw when I went on one of my zillions of trips to Italy, we saw all the abandoned Michelangelos. It was in Florence. It was Medici shit. They said, we want this. And it was in the basement of the baptistry, I believe. And there was about 40 unfinished Michelangelos, and they were magnificent, but he deemed them not worthy. So he would quit them and start all over again. I mean, who would want to sculpt after seeing the Pietà? I mean, it's just insane. So yeah, Michelangelo. Well, you Italians, what can I tell you? There's a lot of you that did a lot of great stuff. Back in the day, people were more rounded. It showed in their music, films, and literature. Yeah, if you looked at the top charts in the 70s, number 1 would be like the OJs, and then you'd have the Bee Gees, and you'd have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. You'd have Engelbert Humperdinck or the Carpenters right next to April Wine or Led Zeppelin next to Anne Murray. That was the top 10. It was a mixed bag of really interesting music. And everybody, I love the OJs. I love Anne Murray. Who doesn't love Anne Murray? You needed me. You needed me. Who doesn't love Helen Reddy? I love, what was that one? Angie, baby, you're a special lady living in a world of make believe, oh, maybe. Yeah, she was great. And I listened to Kiss and AC/DC and The Who and Led Zeppelin and Anne Murray and the Carpenters. We all had better taste. Now it's just Doja Cat, special guest, Frisky Kitty. Then it's the Max Dog featuring Lickety Split and the MFers. It's all these collab pastiches of shite. Get off my lawn. Luke M. Tech says, talk about a supergroup. I mean, my God. I mean, those, and the second one's nowhere near as good as the first one because he died. Roy Orbison died. Doesn't that suck? That first Traveling Wilburys record, it's a masterpiece. I mean, you get some of the greatest songwriters in the history of the world in one band. Amazing. And the musicianship is just incredible. I could not possibly agree more. Couldn't possibly. Danny Gutierrez says Mozart was 8 when he composed his first symphony. I just recently watched, and it wasn't the remaster because it's not out yet. But I just watched Amadeus last week or the week before because I hadn't seen it in a long time. Yeah, he actually said he wrote, I forget what it was, but he wrote something. His first opera at 4. So he did something at 4. I don't know if it was his first symphony, but it was young. Well, that, there are always the Mozarts, aren't there? Steve Mac 3 with £4.99 for some Kerrygold. Thanks. You know how much it is for a brick of Kerrygold right now? I get it at Trader Joe's for about $5, $4.79. But if you go to a regular store, like a regular supermarket, it's like $7.99 for butter. And eggs in the United States right now cost average $11 to $12 to $14.99. And the place that I go to do most of my shopping is a place called Trader Joe's. I have a fancy market down the block called Food Cellar. I'll go there for various cheeses and or luxury items if I so deem it necessary. And they do have eggs in there, about $15. So yeah. Thank you for that, Steve Mac 3. Thank you so much. Let's give you some cowbell. Oh, Rufus, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. $9.99 for coffee. Thank you so much. I've been drinking the Drew B stuff. I'll put it towards my next batch because I'm definitely ordering it. I still have plenty left, so don't go there, beautiful Drew B. Thank you so very much. And we'll give you a big bang boom for that. Thank you for that. That's a lovely one. That's Super Chat Guy. We haven't done him in a while. He feels lonely there in that whatever room that Gong Woman keeps him in. Please do. Like the place that we want in our town, the town we want to go to, because things are just cheaper there. It's got like 5 bedrooms, so we just need a bedroom and a room for my studio and all that stuff, and then the rest is for company. Because if you're in Italy, wouldn't you want company galore? This weekend we have this one, next weekend we have that. I mean, might want to break from time to time, but what a great way to let somebody experience a place you really like than to stay with you, go to restaurants and cafes and sit in the piazza and stare at beautiful Italian people and just drink coffee and have a cicchetti or a tramezzino or one of those things, Great stuff. Melly C says, plastic is bad anyway. Bad chemical reaction. Indeed. It's hard to erase a mistake in marble. Yeah, I guess that's what you would have to do if you're Michelangelo. He would just be like, nope. But you just don't think of that guy as making mistakes. Top Dog says, green robot. Is that what that is? Oh, he's covering his eyes too. It's pretty great. Melly C wants to know if Trader Joe's is like Aldi's. I believe Aldi's is the owner of Trader Joe's. Now, we did not have Aldi's in this country until about 3 years ago. Now we have it. I've been in it once. Looked fun. Trader Joe's was not owned by Aldi's originally. They bought it. It's a place that makes a lot of their own stuff, and the things that they do have that are not theirs are usually imported, like Kerrygold and stuff like that. And it's a very reasonable place to go shopping. It's the most reasonable place. Everything else is pretty much expensive. We have this big thing in America called Whole Foods, and it's a pricey store. But there's other supermarkets too. But we used to have glory days of supermarkets. The 70s for kids, kids that grew up in the 70s, we had so many options for supermarkets. I can just name off the top of my head. Hills and Wallbaums and Grand Union and King Cullen and what am I missing? Shopwell, which I worked at, and we had just so many different supermarkets. Bohack, and I'm missing a bunch of them. You guys all know what they're. Joe, you know, you knew what they were. Jersey's probably a little bit different. Scotty H says, "I get eggs for free. Do you have chickens? Is that how you do it?" Nice. Trader Joe's is similar to Aldi's, but a lot nicer. Is it? I went into the Aldi's on Long Island and I found it to be quite nice, very clean, and they seem to have some pretty cool stuff. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. Weekend at Turkey's, you know it, Melly C. That's a deal from me to you. From me to you. People's imaginations have been diminished. I don't know why, says Andy M. Maybe it's just because we rarely do nothing, absolutely nothing. Oh, maybe it's just because, okay, there's little or no silence now, no time to think. Yeah, because everybody's got their head buried in a phone or in their AirPods. People are rarely just, that's what they do in Italy and in Europe in general. You sit in a town square and you just sit back and go, and you look around, you check out people, and you look at the sky, you look at the birds, and there's a lot more engagement. It doesn't really happen here because we don't have that mentality here. I wish we did. I wish we had that town square thing because it's nice to be social. It's like I was talking to Jimmy this morning about the cafe thing. Most Italians have a mocha pot on the stove, and they'll have that for later. But in the morning, they mostly will go over to their local cafe and say, buongiorno, Giuseppe, una cafe per favore, cafe doppio, whatever they want. And then they'll sit there at the bar, they'll get it in porcelain, and they'll be like, ciao, ciao, Alessandra, ciao, Claudia. They meet people there, the same people. It's a little bit of a social gathering, but they have their coffee and then they go about their business. And the mochas, most Italians don't have Nespresso machines and espresso machines in their homes. They go out for coffee. It's social. And I love that. Melly C says Safeway. We don't have Safeways in New York, but I've seen them. How did I forget the glorious Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company? Of course, A&P. My sister Pat worked at the A&P when I was a kid, and she's got great stories from there. Yeah, that was a huge one. Vasilios P says that either that or Tuscany, Italy. Sure, everybody wants with the funny Seinfeld joke is, we'll go to Tuscany too. And he goes, oh no, you can't go. It's sold out. All of Tuscany is sold out. Joe says A&P, Grand Union, and Acme. Yeah, I remember all those too. Absolutely. Pathmark. Oh, crap. How did I forget Pathmark? Shit, Joe LaFaro. How did I forget that? There he goes, the great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company. Yes, indeed. Sam's Club. That's later. Walmart. That's way later. That's 2000s. I mean, Walmart, no, but we didn't have Walmarts in New York until the 90s or 2000s. Nope. Sam's Club, I think, happened in the 90s also. We just didn't have those. Albertsons, you guys have elsewhere. Elsewhere. You have them elsewhere. But my favorite thing in the whole wide world is when I travel to other countries, I like to go sample their supermarkets because I love to see what they have. Conad in Coop or Coop, I think it is in Italy. I love those places. I love to go there and see all the stuff, fresh cheeses and pasta for 69 cents. The most expensive, you can find specialty pastas in America, but the brand that is kind of the regular most expensive is DiCecco. And it's about $3 to $4.99 a box. In Italy, it was like 62 cents for the same crap. Piggly Wiggly, that's for you guys down south below the Mason-Dixon line. That's who you guys are. Below the Mason-Dixon line. Anyway, it is time for everybody's favorite part of the show. It is the Gallery of Bashtards. The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. Start off with Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Let's take a look. Hey, look at this. More shots from his Far East Asian trip. And this is in the full color. Not usually the way we see it, but fantastical. Look at that. Oh, this is crazy. What is he doing, this guy? He is definitely, look at it. Is he a Hare Krishna or Sri Chinmoy? Look at that, man. Wow, that's beautiful. So color. Oh, there's this classic. Look at this. Look at the chaos. Look at the chaos. I've always noticed that whenever I see pictures of, like big Asian cities, that it looks very cramped and chaotic and kiosky. Lots of stuff. Like, what's going on the side of that building? This is a sick shot. Like, what's this guy? What's he up to? Where's he going? What's his name? Where's he going? Where's he going? What are you? Who are you, man? And who is this lady? Right? She got a cat in her hand. What does she got in her hand? Doesn't that look like she has? Oh, she's got a watch on. Okay. And that's a print on her shirt. See how confused I was? I was like, she better not be walking through the streets with a cat. I'll be very upset with that. Me no likey. Grocery stores around the world are so fun, RP 1960. There's so much fun. Oh, look at that. Oof. Wow. Look at the mountains. This is Tibet, I'm assuming. Wow. What is that structure? Is it a temple? It's incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Beautiful shots, man. Thank you so much. Very gifted and talented guy. I love showing your stuff off on here. I love showing everybody showing off their stuff, what they do. It's what makes people tick. It's very, very cool. Now we've got our dear Fergal in the room showing off some watches, and we always love to see those. There he is with his Seamaster 300M. Look at that thing. Beauty. It's a beauty. 1 in a million, Ferg. 1 in a million, Ferg. Great looking shirt. Oh, look at him. Look at that. Uh-oh. Look at the shirt variety. Uh-oh. Beautiful. That dial the Christopher Ward dials are absolutely out of control. They're absolutely, that watch is beautiful. Wow. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. How interesting. I did not realize that. That is quite beautiful. Yeah, that patina on that Seamaster is right up your street, right, Daniel? Yeah, me too. I'll tell you, they should win every design award because they are making interesting watches that do not look like anybody else's. They do not. I want a Christopher Ward. Oh, man, look at that crazy action. Wow. These are insane. Power Reserve. Look at that. That's cool. That's super cool. Of course, his big old PO looking great on you. Amazing. Yeah, Christopher Ward is beautiful. Omega, I love his taste, man. And this dial. This is one of my favorite dials ever by Christopher Ward. That crown. I love a big crown. I love a big crown. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, everybody's favorite, the Mark II Racing. I mean, look at what he did. Look at how he had this so lovingly done by Omega. Perfect job. Just the right amount. You kept the right stuff. And you fixed the right stuff. It looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Great. Thank you, Fergal. Amazing. Look at this great collection from Fergal today. You rock, buddy. You rock. You rock. Next up is not me because I already showed that to you earlier. Gareth Carter, Vulcane table clock. But he's got some other pictures that he just did a reply. So we'll take a look. Let's take a look, man. Beautiful. Look at these beautiful stately homes on the lake. Is this your fancy neighborhood? We call that a Tony neighborhood in New York, New Yorkese. Oh, they live on the Tony Upper East Side. Beautiful. Spring has sprung, and we're grateful to see it. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, these are lovely homes. Look at that roof. What's going on here? Look at the bus, double-decker bus. Double-decker bus alert. I love those. Isn't this cool? Oh, yes, baby. That's what we're talking about for the Bashers. Look at you. That's amazing. You're a big baby. Thank you so much for those. Let me see if you told me his name in the email because I got I got to get used to everybody's names. Don't know everybody's names yet, But okay, so here was the spring is definitely in the air on my morning walk today. Here's some shots from around Linfield, an old Sussex village which was first recognized in a Saxon charter of 765 AD. Before the railways were built, it was a resting point for stagecoaches, which ran from London. Also included is Rocky, the grumpiest bulldog on the planet. Thank you for showing us Rocky. He's very beautiful. And thank you, Gareth. Amazing shot. Thank you. Ray in the house. King Puck celebrating his win. Who's this crazy? I love this bar lady. I love her. She's behind the bar. Right, getting you share. Look at him. Look at that. Oh, was he? Is he really in there? He really and truly is having a pint. What kind of a glass is that? Is he having a stout? Oh, those are great. Oh, look at this great little. Look at you. You got your G-Shock. Look at that. You got that Chinese watch, the Ching something or other. What's it called? What's it called? Xi Machine did a show on it, right? I love that watch. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful looking watch. And it looks great on that color NATO, right? Amazing. Xavier. Nice. Very cool. And your Seiko and another G-Shock. Nice little thing you got going on there. Rang. The classic. Top Dog wants to know if I tried on the Panerai 44. I sure did. And I showed a picture earlier of it. I'll pull it up right now. Here's me wearing the incomparable James M's Panerai. That's me wearing the Panerai. Last night, next to the Brussels sprouts. And you know what? I was like, I got a little bit of lug room to spare. And I was like, that does not look terrible on my 7.25 wrist. And that's a 44 millimeter watch. That's the 10-day. And neither of us had our loom, our massive loom. This is my massive loom. You won't be able to see it. And today I'm wearing my Weekender, my Charlie Brown Weekender. That's the whole disc lights up. But on the bottom of that, there's an entire luminescent disc underneath that dial, that sandwich dial. So that's what's underneath it. And it was beautiful. Looked great. I liked it. And I was like, wow. Now, I mean, I don't know if I would go for a 44. I'd probably go, they make smaller watches too, but that's the classic. And that one's beautiful. The Luminor Panerai GMT 10-day. Beautiful watch. I loved it. I mean, it looked amazing on his Thor wrists. Guy had I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, you have some pretty big wrists. And he's an in shape guy. He's a handsome guy in really good shape. It's not like, he's not like crazy, looks like a bodybuilder or anything like that. He's just a man. Great big paws. He looked great. That watch looked perfect on him. Absolutely perfect. It looked absolutely perfect. But I got to try it on. It was very, very cool. Very cool. Some stuff in Scotty Love. Had a great conversation with my friend Scotty Love today. We talked for about 30 minutes on the phone because he's a great dude. He wanted to show you some things from his yard. And look at this. It's a crane. We don't get such birds in our neck of the woods, but it's quite beautiful. Dave Fahrenheit, it was the 10-day. Beautiful watch. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watch. Look at this beautiful crane. Look at you. And look at this flower. That looks like National Geographic photography. Incredibile. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Look at that. Look at this. Who knew he was Dean? Dean went to bed because he thought I was coming on at 6, but wow. Look at this, man. Amazing. Look at this. Beautiful photography, huh? This is incredible photography. That's sick. Look at this. That's an azalea, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Look at this. These are like National Geographic stuff. Has anybody been watching the Tom Hanks? I'm sure you get it internationally. Right now, it's The Americas, it's called, and it's Tom Hanks narrated with the most unbelievable photography you've ever seen in your life. This is what this reminds me of. Beautifully done. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful. They're beautiful, majestic birds. They look so delicate. They're probably scary, though, up close because they're so big, right? Thank you, Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. This is one of the 8 X-Racing Greyhounds that we adopted previous to Nandor because, Jim Blair is Nandor's dad. His name was Fanjo, and he was shy and gentle, 90-pound boy. Greyhounds have beautiful expressive eyes. They do. Oh, look at this beautiful baby. It's just, you fall in love. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Oh my God. You are beautiful. 90 pounds. That's still a big dog. My dog was 40 pounds, Dinga. She was small though. Look at these. They're majestic, beautiful creatures. Look at that. Beautiful. You're beautiful. Fanjo? Is his name Fanjo? Oh, he's so pretty. Thank you for sending that. Give love to our Nandor because we love Nandor. Thank you so much for that, Jim Blair. Fanjo. Melly C. Eminem Madness. Malkin Mindy Madness. Oh, let's see what the kids have in store for us today. I see trouble at Mill. I don't know what gamers is. Is that a what kind of elixir is that? Is that kind of sherry is that? It's purple. Look at her. She's gonna knock it over. I always had to pull all the glasses off the tables whenever Laverne jumped up. That's so cute. Did she want to have a drink of it? We know she drinks out of the tap now, which is incredible. Look at this. That's listen, you couldn't ask for a prettier shot of her. She just looks so perfect in that photograph. And an angel. And a devil. She looks so kitteny here. Can I just say that? She looks so kitteny. Oh, look at you. Beautiful, Mindy. We can make an anime. Oh, lurking. What lurks in the hearts of cats? Oh, look at you, beautiful Mork. What are you? Oh, sunshine. He just. Oh, look at the two of them basking. Cats know how to bask, don't they? They all know how to bask. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at those two. Thank you, Andy M and beautiful Melly C. We love your kids. You know that they're superstars here on our show. That's for sure. You know that's the truth. And Melly C, you got Ray Ray. What else you got, Ray Ray? You sending some stuff. Oh, more sperm whales. So you're close to getting that stuff. That's nuts. Look at that. That's Ireland, my friends. Amazing. Some druids created that shebang, right? Incredible. Is that could you swim through that, or could you sail through that, or could you row past that? It's incredible. That's the wild Atlantic, my friends. Incredible. If you've never been to Ireland, go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't go there nearly enough, but we went there a lot when I was a kid. An awful lot. And then we got, hey, Rob Peltier. Great. RP 1960 hats. Hey, great to see you in the room. Hello, Dirk. The other day during Fashion Police, the conversation made a quick sidetrack to hats. It did, because Sheen has a big head. Sheen said he didn't think he could wear one. A few years back, I met a bespoke hat maker by the name of Art Fawcett in a small town in Oregon. A true artisan using vintage materials and tools to make perfectly fitted hats to size and shape Western fedoras. I could not stop at one. Here's a pic of Art Fawcett and my humble collection. Well, thank you for that. How cool is this? Yeah, listen, we're connected shows if you're interested in hats. And like I said to him, if you went to a milliner, you'd probably get some great stuff. Let's take a look. Look at this handcrafting. That's beautiful. Hat maker. Wow. Oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, that might be a good hat for the big guy. He says he's got a big head. I don't know. I mean, we all know and love this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, you have quite the hat collection. Look at this. These are all beautiful. What gems, man. Look at this. Art Fawcett. Thank you so much for that. Look at that. And look at the hands on that guy. That is a guy who's been working with his hands his entire life. And what kind of watch is he wearing here? Of course, that's the first thing I look at. You know, everybody says, what do you look at? TNA? What do you look at first? I'm like, I look to see what watches people are wearing. I don't care. I don't care about any of that other stuff. But look at that. Look at that workman's hands on him. Thank you so much, Rob. Amazing. A hat maker. That's the first time we ever got near that. That's amazing. Quisp hat. Oh my God. Oh shit, Joe LaFaro, you have it? Oh my God. Oh my God, and you have it in pink. Oh my God, that's the one we want to get for Dean. And look, he's got Quisp in. Look at this. They actually made these. Oh my God. Joe, I never, ever, ever knew this existed. I guess I don't know, my parents didn't let me look at the box of this back of the box. Wow. And that works with batteries and it spins, I'm assuming. Wowie kazowie. Look at that. That is mind blown, Joe LaFaro. Mind blown. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. I will treasure that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Convent Kitty and the Stations of the Cross from Scotty Love. Oh, hey. I used to love to walk through my parish. We have a beautiful Stations of the Cross outside in its own little park. And for years and years and years, developers were trying to buy, because the parish I grew up in is called the Immaculate Conception Monastery Parish. And it was at one time, it's in Jamaica State's very wealthy parish. And they have lots and lots of land. Like there's a tennis court there. But the Stations of the Cross is behind a lot of homes, and people and developers for years were trying to buy the Stations of the Cross, and I hope they never get their mitts on it. But it's a beautiful place to just go and contemplate. But look at this. Oh my God, what's happening here? Look at this. Wow. Look at this place. The Stations of the Cross. Look at that. How interesting. Look at the kitty cat. Hey, sweetheart. You're beautiful. Do you know our friend Kay? Are you aware of our friend Kay? Is Drew B in the room today? He is, right? No, I don't see him. I don't see him. You're beautiful. You're almost a ginger like our Kay. Look at that. That's a great shot. Great shot. Beautiful cat, too. Thanks so much for that, man. Thank you. Fantastic. Fantastic. Scotty Love, past holiday memories from Vasilios. Oh, this is great. Hey, ginger cats galore today, right? But listen, guys, we love our gingers. We love all the cats. But look at that. All the cats, look at it. Cats drinking out of glasses. How did you guys time this and get this together today? Pretty amazing. Look at this beautiful kitty having a sip of water on a hot day. That's amazing. But currently, who's this? Do you know this cat, or was this just some cat you saw on the streets? And Jeff Chester. Hey, Jeff. Great to see you. Longines Vintage. Gold and black dial. Oofa. Oofa, Jeff. Oofa. Oofa. I think everybody's going to go bananas for this Longines. Oh, wow. Look at that. What does that remind you of, too? Doesn't it remind you of the Jeu de la Culture, the 1960s JLC? Look at this. This is the Admiral, 5-star Admiral Longines automatic. This is cooler than cool. Look at that crazy bracelet. Wow. And look at that. Wow. So it's an integrated bracelet, or it slides on. How does that work? There's more shots though, right? Oh, look at the clasp on it. Oof. Look at him. Look at him. Look what he's doing, getting into Fergal and Joe LaFaro territory with his nice cuff on his nice shirt. Look at this thing. Oh, this Longines. I know you guys are Longines fans. So holy macaroni. Wow. 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 This is fantastic. Beautiful watch. Thank you so much, Jeff. Wow. Who knew about that watch? I never seen that before in my entire existence. But thank you, Jeff Chester. And that, my friends, is the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
LaFaro says he likes the Piggly Wiggly. I always hear, you got to say Piggly Wiggly in a southern accent. Well, I met my girl down at the Piggly Wiggly. RP19 says he loves checking out the grocery stores in other countries. The Mexican food section at a store in Switzerland still makes me smile. Yeah, the Mexican section in the Italian supermarket is like 3 products, and it's usually El Paso taco sauce. Funny. Tibet, beautiful Tibet. Calling his work art, as it is, because it's beautiful. Daniel Gutierrez loves the patina on that Seamaster, as do I. That Seamaster is beautiful. Chris Ward is beautiful. Sure is. It's definitely in my future. I love Chris Ward. Absolutely. Andy M says everything used to be considered. Music selection listened to consciously. An event, photos were special. Well, photos, we went there. Photos were memories. Now they're just things that take up your hard drive. Not like rashes. Everywhere, 36 exposures only. That's right. Travel was rare and people were important. Preach, baby. Preach. Lovely shirts, Fergal. Well, we know that. Rufus, thank you so much. CW watches are really beautiful. Yeah, they sure are. Some great watches. Top Dog wants to know if that's the early Seamaster 300, the flatter one. I'm not sure. I'd have to see the case back, but it could be. Sheen's favorite. Yeah, Sheen's favorite is the first edition in automatic because, the first one was quartz. The very first one, the GoldenEye, first GoldenEye was quartz watch. I miss those days, Andy M, don't we? We miss them all. Those days when you took a picture and you knew it was going to be a lasting memory to be treasured in a scrapbook or in a photo album. Now it's just Instagram people. Nah, they're just swiping. It's not the same. Yeah, Andy M says Robin spurred the good old days indeed. Yeah, sure. Jen says, if you've never heard The Boxer, how can you be surprised someone hasn't heard it? No, I didn't say I'd never heard it. I've certainly heard it. I think Sgt. Pepper is way more famous than The Boxer, Ginge. But no, I've heard The Boxer, but I couldn't instantly, because somebody, they call us when we do that little thing where we sing and play guitar and drink wine. We just kind of wing it right there. And I couldn't do it. Like I knew it, but I didn't know it. I would never have been able to sing it because I'd have to learn it. Like I could fake anything on all the other ones, but I know the box. I know. Forgive me. I understand. But I think the Boxer's bigger. I mean, Sgt. Pepper. Never heard that. And anyway, it turns out the guy who listened to the music goes, "Oh, I know that. Oh, I know that. Oh, I know that." Like when I put the Boxer on, I went, "Oh shit, I do know this, but I don't know it enough to sing it." That's all I meant by that. But yeah, you get what I mean. Joe LaFaro, 20 balloons for the quiz. There you go. Thank you, Joe, for a big super chat like that. You deserve a big smile and a big mega chat explosion. Thank you, Joey. Andy M says, it's a cider brand, Gamers, blackcurrant and apple cordial. They sniff the glass rims. They don't knock the glasses over. Very, very well behaved for the kitty cats. Of course, they love that. It smells sweet and delicious. Joe LaFaro says, I frequently wear a Panama hat in the summer, as you should. Protect that skin. I know you're a golden Italian, and I know that you tan very well because I've seen the shots. But, you still need to protect, and you should still wear sunscreen, even if you tan. It just means you have more melanin. It doesn't mean you're protecting yourself. Be careful out there. Top Dog just sent a Longines photo of what I'm wearing today. Yes, that's the one, Jeff. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Mind-boggling watch. That was blown. Wasn't there a Quisp TV show? I don't think there was, but there might have been. Joe, do you know? I don't know. If I still had the Quisp hat, I'd go, oh, thank you. But I love that you had a picture at the ready. That's incredible. She just visited us, the kitty cat that came up to the glass. That's beautiful, though. I would have wanted to take her home because I'd say you're beautiful. Look at that. Everybody loving the Longines. Oh, boy, great Longines. Reminiscent of the Universal Genève pole router, which we celebrated last week. What a great looking watch. Vasilios P says, Panama hats. Indeed. Well, guys, that's it. Now we're in an hour and 15 minutes into the Basher Thursdays. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to Andrew and James M. and Luke M. Tech. Thank you so much, James. Great to meet you last night. What an amazing thing that was. You're amazing. Luke M. Tech, welcome to the show in a big way. Thank you, Steve Mac 3 and Rufus. Did I give you a bang for that before? I did, right? Did I give you a cowbell? I'll give you another one. Sometimes I'm talking and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But thank you, everybody, for coming in on this Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. with the big guy. We might do 5. Let me talk to him because I don't know if he's still doing Who Needs a Drink anymore. He says he's going to put it on hiatus or whatever. But if not, maybe we'll start the show at 5 o'clock. If that works for you guys, you let us know. I'd be happy to switch that up because it's your show. I just host it. That's all it is. and I'll make sure I comb my hair next time. I've got crazy hair today. It's just like, it's just insane. But thank you guys for a great show. I can't tell you how grateful I am to come into your world every day, for you guys to tune in. We have a great bunch of people here. Not everybody's always on the show every day, but the incredible people that are in here. I also want to let me send this on, because I think it's important, and I don't do it nearly enough, but that's the Patreon Pantheon. When was Jim Lassick, Andrew Oakwich, Go Moto Soto? Where are you, Go Moto Soto? Nick Sisto is not with us anymore, but we still love you, and I'm never going to take you off there. Never. I'm just not going to. Complicated Time, Fergal McDermott, Nathaniel Hannon, Dana O'Malley, Lord, Scotty H, yeah, Dean McKenzie, who went to bed early tonight, the beautiful, handsome Al Benedetti, Angelo Minichello, Gasman 308, Danielle, we love you. You're where you been. I know you watch it later. Dave Fahrenheit 51 legend, David Simons legend, Lady with the Wrench, of course, Carolyn Martin, Easy E, who's never live on the show, and incredible, my beautiful, beautiful Mimi, Chris on the Upper East Side. You've met him live on the show. They call him Scotty Love. We love him. Jocelyn Bittenbender, who's one of the most beautiful people. Ray, Native Prince, Jonathan Badner. You guys are amazing. James M, thank you for last night. Drew B, thank you for everything. Beautiful Mike Callan, beautiful C. Nord, Stuart H, and Chaz, and handsome Joe LaFaro. You guys make the world go round. Thank you so much for helping me to keep the lights on and get this show going. And lots in store for this summer. I've got a little trip coming up soon, and I will take my gimbal with me, and I promise to do some video from parts unknown. I'll let you know when that goes down. Some more walkabouts when the weather gets better. But it's all thanks to you. Thanks for helping to change my life. Thank you for coming into my world every single day. It's iBashers. My name is Dirk. It's your show. I just host it. RP1960 comes in with a $4.99, another great show. It's because you make it great, man. Cowbell number one. I can't do it without you guys, and I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. Oh, and here's the funny thing. I forgot to mention this. James M and I are having dinner. We ordered a great bottle of wine. Really great. It was a Clerc Million. Fantastic French Bordeaux. And the young kid was having trouble getting it open. I said, hey, I could open the bottle for you. No problem. Don't worry about it. He goes, oh, no, I have a bartender here. I'll do it. I was like, okay, I get it. Anyway, long story short, the guy comes back to open up the bottle, and I look up and I go, Terrence. And he goes, I worked with him at the farm. He was the guy that trained me when I started working at that place that I got fired from. I loved everybody I worked with there. I loved them all, pretty much, except for two people. But the guy who fired me and the mean boss. But I loved him. He looked handsome and beautiful as always. We hugged it out, and I was so happy to see him. He was working at the TWA Hotel. I was so grateful. What a great guy. What a wonderful guy. Anyway, that's my story from last night. Guys, thank you so much for everything. Mart says excellent. So no excellent show. You guys take care, everybody. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because they could be going through something horrible. You don't know exactly what it is. Give them a little bit of a long lead, because they might make it up to you at some time, and maybe they won't. They're either a great person or else they're a
Bashir.